Hello, welcome guys. How's it going? I have made many changes to our planning. I hope all good. So welcome to uh, Plan With Me the Right Way. Hey Diane, how's it going, hon? Afternoon hearties, happy Sunday. Definitely. Stephanie, hello. Writer Ski, hello. Silly Trouble, a very good place to start the week. Oh, I love that. Hey Mary, hello. Plan Positives, hello. I need to plan out my week. Well, you're in the right place to do it. Rita, hello everyone. Jess, I have my HP90 plan for the week out, as well as that new summer plan Sarah put out yesterday. Yeah, I got through the video. I haven't gone through any of the workbook yet. I love some of the ideas that she had in there. Some of it was similar to what we've been doing, but some of the things I'm thinking we could probably, definitely consider, but we'll see, because I was already in that mindset, so I think I may already take care of it. I don't know. Phyllis, hello. Happy Sunday. Looking forward to planning. Love it, guys. So, as you guys may have seen yesterday, and I don't know if everyone was on with our regular writing sprints yesterday, but I did something last week. I decided that as much as I was enjoying the writer's notebook in the A5, I wasn't really keeping it with me, and I haven't been doing a lot of daily planning, which has been frustrating because I want to. So I decided to incorporate everything into my little A6 here. The Hobonichi avec is in the front. The weekly is sort of attached on the back page in a funky way that holds it in place. And then I went with the A6 for the writer's notebook, and that way it's all in one little package. And I have one of my favorite uni jet streams, which gives me a pencil and 4 inks and an eraser, which is where that thing is magical in my opinion. So it all fits in one, and I have been definitely writing more. But the daily planning, a little bit more, but not as much as I want. So getting there. Baby steps. The other thing I did is, as you guys know, previously I was using one of these little A6 Hobonichi notebooks to plan out the week. It does give you a lot of space. Gives you a bit of space. I do a 2-page spread, but I decided I wanted something with a little more space to it. So the dollar store serves well in this one, and I found this weekly plan. I think you can get this in just about any dollar store. And I wanted to, and I broke it down to the 4 sections. I didn't want to have times, but I wanted to make sure I was leaving a space for the 3 goals and then the other at the bottom. The weekends, obviously, I didn't, because, well, we're busy with we already know what we're going to do for the most part, and there's room on there for anything extra, right? And I kind of squeezed next week up here, so there's a space for it. And I kind of can do my pre-planning down here, and anything that I actually can schedule already and know where it fits, I can put it right on the calendar. Gonna give this a try, see how it works. That way I can kind of pre-plan it, then I can go into Hobonichi. That's the plan. Let's see. I can take a look at what it looks like on paper. Let's see. Jess, I can do it on my own. I just have it out in case. Cool. Coro, hello. Diane. Tracy, love your upgrade. Thank you, honey. Jess, I'm finding that I have stopped using the 3 planner system I was using, so I think in Q3 I'm going to try just using Sarah's planner, or get another one for all 3 goals and personal life planning. Yeah, it can be hard to carry multi, and I think that's what I was kind of not putting the weekly plan in there, and I wasn't always getting to writing out the weekly plan, which this way, at the very least, the thing could sit on my desk. So if I don't get around to writing it inside the little Hobonichi weekly, I have at least something out in my face where I can see it. So, but we'll see. Mary, oh cool, thank you. Jess, although part of the problem might be because summer is crazy and nothing is guaranteed to stay the same from week to week. Oh, so true, so true. Stephanie, I signed up for HB90 this quarter. Awesome! Oh, awesome, hon. I'm so happy you're going to join us. Okay, guys, let's just dive on in. As we always begin, um, how do you think last week went for you? Without looking at anything, how do you think things went? Did you accomplish your goals? Where do you think you fell short? Did you have any gold star moments or anything that we all have distractions, but did you really find any good fixes for them? Anything that any new strategies you can incorporate? Now that you can look back and see that this is what you did and it worked. Let's see. What else? What else? What else? Yeah. How do you think you did, guys? Let's see. Just even keeping them all at my desk, it got tedious, so I stopped, and it made things difficult. Yeah, for sure. You have to be able to have a spot for it. I moved some things around my desk again and made myself a little bit. I have like an acrylic. I guess it's a monitor stand. I don't use it as a monitor stand. Because my monitors are mounted on the desk, so I don't have to have an actual monitor stand. But I bought it so that I could basically have a nice little tier where I can put my keyboard aside. I can have, a tarot deck out if I want to. I can have a place for my laptop and my iPad and stuff, and I can kind of tuck it aside a little, and it's off the main functioning space of the desk. I don't know about you guys. It doesn't seem to matter how big of a desk I get. I seem to crowd the poor thing. Let's see. Stephanie Jess. Oh, that is me every day, huh? Yeah. Gold star moment for Stephanie. I finally got some of my joy back for writing, so I got a bunch of editing done in one day and loved everything. Then lost 3 chapters of it to PWA demons. No! Oh no! Back up your work, guys. Back up your work. I'm hearing too many stories about tech just not doing what it's supposed to do. That should not happen in this day and age, but I'm hearing about it too often. So yeah, back up your work, guys. Email it to yourself. Whatever works, right? Just in theory, I was going to be able to track each goal in its respective planner, and it would be simple to keep it all straight. Worked for a little bit until things changed. Very true. Rita, I revised and fixed 2 more chapters for 5,500 words. Very well done. And Pen revised the 3rd chapter and quiet time too. Oh, love that. Phyllis, excellent week. Accomplished my goals, writing, work, and other. Gold star, met with my writing mentor and started to devise a plan. Oh, awesome. Well, congrats on the mentor. Stephanie, yes, back up your work. Yes. Silly Trouble, I've been using Notion and it's hype. But I made everything super automated, so there's no flexibility. I'm redoing it today to be a little easier to let myself do what works each day. I love that. I love that. Yeah, don't make it too rigid a plan, because then you won't have the room. We'll have the room for life. Life happens, right? We have a plan so we can let life happen and still get the things done we want to do. Stephanie Lavalette, yes. All right. The tech ain't teching. Exactly. That is a good way of looking at it. Okay, guys, we're going to start with our first panel. I decided to not let the slideshow run automatically because nothing friendly was happening with that. So we're just going to run with the things won't come up in, like, they call it animation. It'll just come up as a block of text, but that's okay. At least I have control and I don't get locked out of things like timers and stuff. I don't like that. Stephanie Mary, it's too good for its own good sometimes. So true. Yes, I agree. Okay, guys, why we plan. To give ourselves direction, focus, balance, reduce stress. This is an important one. This is an extremely important one. If we know what's coming at us, we can we can make a plan to deal with it. And there's no less surprises. There are very few surprises in life that are not stressful. Hey, Lori has joined us. Hey, Lori. And to measure progress. We write it down so we can kind of also see what we've accomplished, where we've been, because we often think we're accomplishing nothing. And then we realize, we look back, how much we actually got done. So this is why we're doing this. This is what's going to help us to succeed and grow and become better creative people, better writers, give ourselves better, more self-care time, and just take better overall care of ourselves, right? Okay, stage one, backstory. A set of events that have occurred before the main story. We are definitely going to be going with the writing theme, guys, because I think why not? Most of us are writers. I think it's awesome. And we're all for sure readers, so we love story. So we're going to go with story mechanics for our planning. You can tell me all of this is totally goofy, but I think it's fun. So let's look at the events that occurred during your story last week, and let's see where you've been. Okay, reflection, guys. We're going to celebrate our successes and gold star moments. We're going to analyze our challenges, our biggest distractions, and our best fixes. Bring up last week's plan. I have two options because I did it in two places. I did do last week's where I put it inside of the oops, hold on. Where are you? There she is. I have it in my little Hobonichi notebook, but I also have it on this new weekly plan sheet from the dollar store. So I'm going to just keep them both handy and see if which ones will resonate better as we do our review. Let's see. Phyllis, I love the writing theme. I think it's perfect for us. You guys were the way our conversation last week. I'm like, why don't we just go for it? I think it's perfect for us because I love the theme stuff. Perfect. Definitely love the theme. Excellent. I love hearing that from you guys. As always, give me feedback so we can make it bigger, better, and make sure it's serving us. Okay, guys. So good. Love it, silly. Okay, let's dive in. 2 minutes, and we're going to go through and get our pen, pencil, what red pen, whatever did you like for review. And we're going to go through and give ourselves our check marks and circles, percentages, cut throughs, whatever it is, to show how much we got done, what did we actually accomplish, and figure out what it is that worked and what didn't. Jess agreed. I have a bad habit of focusing on what I didn't get done. I think it's very true for all of us because that's kind of our society. We're as good as the last thing we basically failed at. Yeah, but that's not good for our own personal mindset. So we want to celebrate what we do well and what we get done. And we realize there's going to be things in our lives that we're not great at, but we're learning and we're getting better at it because we're showing up and trying it, right? And we're working on it. Change is good. I love it, Rita. Okay, guys, let's get our 2-minute timer up because I am not doing the slide thing that's automatic. I will not be locked out of this timer, so this should be lovely too. Just most of the time I get something done, but I don't focus on it. Yes, we're going to focus on the good stuff. Okay, guys, 2 minutes. Let's begin our review. You guys do. Lori, I am having difficulty with my laptop. It's kicked me off twice now. Maybe a reboot. That sounds like you might have. Could that be a virus related thing? I'm not sure. That doesn't sound good. Are you low on power? Is that possible as well? Certain features, certain things will not work if your battery is low. I don't know if either one of those will help. Diane sneaks into the room. Hey, Diane, how's it going, hon? Mary, journaling helped me see where I may need to make some big changes to my work in progress. Deciding to start a new draft also helped me to start to put things in perspective. Oh, love that. Lori, I finished edits and rewrites on a novel. Very nice. My challenge this week was fatigue, not sure why. Could be my meds. No real distractions this week. I stayed pretty focused. I love that. And you had a new plan, so it sounds like it's working. That's great. Jess, there are days where absolutely nothing gets done, but those are not as common as the days where some stuff gets done, even if it wasn't everything I wanted to get done. So true, so true. Stephanie, good job, Lori. Yes, I agree. Definitely. I didn't get as much driving practice in this week as I would have liked. But what I did do was more daring. We went out for dinner, the hubby and I, for a date night on Thursday night to one of our favorite little restaurants. And I drove back, and then we decided we wanted a little bit of Starbucks. So I went over and we drove over to Starbucks, and I actually went through the drive-through, which I did not realize how tight that space is. But I did okay. I got to sit in the driver's seat and order Starbucks. I thought that was pretty cool. As a non-driver for all these years, it's kind of cool to have that moment, that opportunity. Let's see. Stephanie, I started my read aloud up again, and I rested from the con crud I got after going to Fan Fusion last weekend. Yeah, you need to recover for sure. Jess, I did finish making notes for a chapter this week, even though the first part of the week was crazy. Hey, you got it in there, hon. This is one of the reasons why I'm tempted by hourly planners, but I don't think they work for me because my life is a little more unpredictable. So I find it better to have a breakdown just by task and by goals and just work it out from there. Let's see. Awesome, Jess. Definitely. I agree, Stephanie. Rita, 2 chapters all revised. Sent Vader reading chapters notes, but still need to finish up. Redrew floor plan for one of the minor homes tours and watch Sarah's video and Jenna's workshop. Cool. Very cool. Lori, I think the issue was my Bluetooth. Seems okay now. That's good. That's good. Jess, I wanted more, but that's okay. My aunt stayed with us one night and some other things went sideways, so maybe this week that stuff will get done. Very cool. You've got this, Jess. Hourly doesn't work for me. That's why I don't follow Sarah's HB98 to the T because I can't. Yeah, I've tried doing the ideal week over and over again. There is no such thing in my life. Diane's saying I cannot do hourly planners. They're so enticing, but yeah, no. I'm learning to just say, you're pretty, I like you, you go over there. Okay. Pardon me, guys. To be continued. What needs to be continued or carried forward? How much did you accomplish? This is where we give ourselves our percentages because often we may not complete a task, but we get a good chunk of it done and we don't. And because we didn't finish it and we can't give it that big check mark, we feel bad. So this is what, if you do 50%, write it down. You did half. It's awesome. You showed up. You just didn't get as much done as you thought you were going to, right? What else needs to be done? This is your opportunity to break it down into its smaller tasks. Is this project bigger or more complex than you thought? And that often happens too. We think it's a simple, easy thing, and we realize, no, it's a multifaceted project, and we did not take that into account. Let's see. Awesome, Lori. Perfect. Jess, I made it because during the week I can schedule, but the weekend I forget it. Yeah. Diane, hourly doesn't work for me either. I can't bring things down to small. Yeah, yeah. Lists broken down into days is about as much as I can get. I love that. And that's, I think, where a lot of us are. Stephanie, that last question is relevant to book publishing. Yes, just yes. Yes, so true. Oh, yeah. Just although if my dad is home during the week on a vacation from work, my days don't go as they normally do during the week. True enough, right? Mary, I will use hourly planning sheets, just not entire hourly planners. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, I like that. That's true because there are days where you know they are so busy. And if you don't get that hourly out, but I like the idea of the individual sheet because usually it's in a crazy busy day. You need to have it in your face. You cannot have it in a planner tucked away. And pulling that sheet out and doing that breakdown on those crazy busy days, so helpful. I usually end up just coloring in my work schedule and a few other things. Yeah, exactly. Okay, guys, let's get our 2-minute timer up. And we are going to, oops, you're not supposed to be locking me out of there. That was the idea. And we're going to figure out what we need to continue and break it down to make the task a little friendlier for us. Dan just got home and starting on the planning for next week. So glad you are here. Thank you, hon. Okay, guys, 2-minute timer, and let's dive in and figure out what we need to carry forward. Okay. I still need. I need that. Oops. Oh, that's going to be important here, too. It's the 16th. Those two I can't forget. Okay, let's see. How did you guys do? Jess, what I love about using the Monday start of Sarah's planner is Saturday and Sunday are again, so I can see my during week schedule and my weekend schedule side by side in the ideal week sheet. That's true. I like that. For the longest time, I tried to do the Sunday starts, and I don't like the weekends divvied up because the weekends are they're how do I put it? I know what I'm doing on the weekends, but at the same time, they're really my writing time and video time and stuff. So I kind of like to think of them as kind of a whole cohesive thing. Let's see. So I essentially have 5 days of mostly normal looking schedule, and the 2 days on the weekend look crazy. I think that a lot of people are having to use their weekends as catch-up days, buffer days, whatever you want to call it, to basically fit everything in. Our world is not kind. Okay, guys. Reluctance. What are you avoiding? Why does it still matter? Break it down, make it priority number one, schedule it, and get it done. Often the things we are reluctant to do, there's an element of fear, or boredom, forgetfulness. What else would it be? Usually they're this kind of things that there's usually a fear element more often than not. We're avoiding it because we don't have the knowledge we need. And I don't know about you guys, but often when I want to get an idea, it's big. And when I have the skill set to go with that, I get paralyzed, and I cannot proceed. So, figuring out ways to work past that fear, breaking things down, trying smaller things first, all these things will help. Often, if it's a relationship-based thing, it's you don't want to upset another person or bring any conflict in, but you're creating conflict by not resolving things too, right? Let's see, Phyllis. Oh, hold on, Rita. I need to finish with chapter 29 today, since next week is with my other writing project. Oh, perfect. As well as review in a writer's notebook from the last few weeks. Perfect. Is Plan with Me on Saturday next week? It is. I'm taking Sunday off, guys, for Father's Day and for the soccer tournament. So we're gonna have our Plan with Me at 3 p.m. Eastern, and on Saturday, 17th. And we're going to have the writing at our 5 p.m. Eastern. I hope that works for everybody, because, well, it's the way it has to be. Also, our writing sprint times changing next week due to Father's Day. That's a good question. I think the only other person who does it on Sunday is Melissa. So I will not be, but Melissa might still be. I'm not 100% sure. We will have to wait and see what the new schedule and what happens. I've already taken mine down to ensure, but she may not have made a decision yet. Plan positives, clean my planner room. It's too much. Here we are. Born of a Maiden. I'm hoping that I can figure out how to get this scene done without wanting to throw it out the window. My computer died on me and I had to order a new one because it wouldn't turn on and wouldn't, oh no, take a charge. And now I'm waiting on the new one. If you need something in the intern, you can type on your phone using Google Docs. It works quite well. I know it's not the greatest keyboard, but it'll be an okay solution for now until you get your computer. Let's see, positives. I'm ready to throw it all away. Oh, and hugs. Write yourself some notes. Maybe work on another chapter and come back to that one. There may be the problems with it, maybe on either side in different chapters. And you may find your solutions elsewhere, if that helps. See, Laura, I need to carry forward my weekly review, publish my newsletter, mail swag for the conference, order books for the conference, and plant more flowers. I love the last option. I accomplished finishing my novel. I love that. Love it. Phyllis, I am avoiding a task. I schedule some time and just research or read about it. Then I will plan it to it once I understand it better. Actually, let's dive in. 2-minute timer, guys. Let's figure out what we're avoiding and how we're going to fix it and make it go away. If it is something that involves others, I highly recommend scheduling it for Monday morning Put it at the beginning of your schedule in your top 3 and make that phone call or send that email. Do that paperwork. Get it out the door. Okay, guys, let's figure out what you've been avoiding, why, and how we're going to remove it from your plate. This one right here. Good stuff. Okay. Oh, where did I leave? Oh, then I will plan to do it once I understand it better. I love that. Alyssa, I love Plan With Me videos. So cool that you're doing it live. I I always do it live. I never even thought to not do it live. Ah, confession. Let's see. Just usually the only variation to the schedule during the week is the different sprint schedules, depending on which Wednesday it is to print sprint. The times usually don't change. Yeah. Alyssa, I am a Study With Me streamer. Wish you all the best. Oh, thank you, hun. I wish you too as well. I love the Study With Me's. I think they're awesome. Pardon me. Jess, you might not see me Saturday at all. We're doing an early Father's Day with my grandpa. I for sure won't make planning and writing. Might be iffy if I don't get back to. Okay. Jess Melissa sprinted Mother's Day on her normal time, so she might still sprint on her normal time slot. That's good to know. Mary, avoiding getting started on rewrites. Overwhelm sets in when I think of all the possible changes I can make. You can only deal with one at a time, and that's why we write things down and use the power of our writer's notebooks so that we can get them out of our heads, so we can make room for new ideas and also to start working on those changes. Phyllis, thanks, Jess. Just Phyllis, the following Sunday is her normal Sunday off, so I am thinking she will go ahead and sprint, but I don't know that for sure. Yeah. Alyssa, I actually do sprints for 12 hours on Sundays. Wow. That is very cool. Stephanie's still avoiding my read aloud. I'm finally doing it again, but I have all this angst about it, even though I'm getting great feedback. Interesting. Alyssa, I am so happy I found this channel. I love the way you have this set up. Oh, thank you, Anne. Just avoiding the next part of my manuscript I need to work on because it's a tricky part. I'll fix that in about an hour and a half when we write, but I'm not writing it down my planner level. That's true. That works. Lori, I'm avoiding cleaning my fridge. Oh, yeah, I hate doing that. It's not bad, but it's a chore I hate. I just discovered that once I broke it down in steps, I can figure out the time and it'll be easier to schedule. perfect. I'm thinking the other thing is put on like some really good music or like a podcast or something, and I think that will make it a little easier too. Because Jess, I have plans and won't be available for sprints. I was just confirming that Tracy was not going to be doing sprints on Sunday. Yeah. Rita, avoiding self-published research, probably due to no true response for beta readers' requests. I see. Lori, welcome, Alyssa. Definitely. Jess, Alyssa, I think I have used some of your replays to get some work done before I found heart breathing. Very cool. Born of a Maiden, I'm avoiding getting something done like going to the mailbox. What's in the mailbox? Bills. The things we want to ignore desperately. Justice, oh, then ignore me. Okay, guys, we're going to dive into our next panel. Plotting. Series of related events making up a story. We're going to plot our story. Quarterly focus. New to Q2. I know there's not a lot left, but there may be something. Any new opportunities that presented themselves? Any prep or research that you're still meaning to do for Q3 or Q4, but you just want to get started on? Anything that you need to remove or delay, and any adjustments that you might want to make. Let's see. Allie, hello. Hey, everyone. Sorry I'm late. We'll have to watch the first part on replay. We just did the review portion, so we're just diving into the fresh new stuff. Okay, guys, 2-minute timer, and let's figure out. I don't want to know. I really don't want to know. Okay, I may have to pause for a moment and go into mom mode. Okay, guys, quarterly focus. Let's take a look at those quarterly plans and see if there's anything that remains that we got to incorporate or even delay. Okay, guys, and proceed. Let's see, where do I leave? Jess. Oh, I can relate this panel to the catalyst of the Save the Cat method I use. I'm such a nerd. I love it. That's the point which one of my parents would just usually holler out, I don't know what you're doing in there, but stop. Yeah. I'm assuming it was just a phone tumbling off someone's lap, but it's okay. It's all okay. Ah, it's just a mom thing, right? Ah, so what did you guys come up with your quarterly? I am realizing that one of the things I want to do this quarter, because of replotting and realizing that that I needed that second POV character to come in earlier, to serve the best overall story better. That was back to the table with plotting, and so I need to figure out oh, for yeah, actually, well, when it comes to the Q3, basically we're kind of, these would be things we're setting ourselves up for with Q3, but not specifically Q3. Like just sometimes that, like have from the new skills a series of things that I'm trying to build up my knowledge base so that in Q3 I can do more execution of things, like, you know, get my N for driving, and or I guess the first step to that would be doing the road test so I can get the N and proceed from there. We have a gradual system here. It's a little different. And then proceed with, and then like for videos, I'm not very good at it. I usually get my hubby to do the editing of the videos, but I don't want to do that to him anymore. So I'm trying to learn it myself, but I don't have that much knowledge base in it. So I've been spending Q2 learning that so that I can create more video content for Q3. So that's kind of how we think of it in this setting. Let's see. Thank you, Alyssa, for subscribing. Let's see. Rita, new hubby and I are helping a friend move back to Ontario. Hubby is driving the U-Haul truck. We get to visit parents and get paid for the trip. That's very cool. Jess, if it didn't sound like anything shattered, you're probably good. Yeah. Nothing seemed broken. Let's see. Born of a Maiden. I am hoping to get at least 10 chapters done and edited. Perfect. Ellie, I'm learning about vlogging and editing as well as working on a launch plan. Very cool. Lunch plan works too. A launch plan. Perfect. I love that. Now, the only thing I do not have on this panel that I keep meaning to add is, do I really seriously not have to post it? How could that have happened? Let me go post it. And I also want, instead of, well, I guess put adjustments, but I think I prefer the word reduce. And that would be for quarterly. There, put a little note to myself. I'd make that adjustment. Okay, guys, next panel. Creative projects, active, on hold, and new. You basically want to be looking at the active ones that you know you're working on. The on hold, why are they on hold? Are you still waiting on somebody to come back from an edit, beta read? Are you... What other scenarios might there be? Are you waiting for correspondence back or some kind of agreement? There could, whatever the reason for it being on hold, or maybe it just isn't like Rita does, where she's doing the weekly rotation of her creative projects. It's just not the week for that one. Anything new that you want to add into your plate? Basically for process, your focus stage or beats, and the order of importance that you want to put onto that focus or stages. Let's see. Just there's a new course on the 23rd, so I want to take for writing scenes that I will probably start and carry into the first part of Q3. It's self-paced. Oh, that's very cool. I need to work on my newsletter. All right, yes, definitely. Okay, guys, so let's populate our plan. Usually this is one of the easier ones with our projects that we want to work on. Try to break them down as much as you can to make it a little easier for yourself. Which pieces are you going to work on this week? And go. What's that divide out to? Yeah, that works. Okay, let's see. Jess, I can't completely have planned for it yet because I don't know how many hours of videos there are for it yet. Ah, I see. But I did note it that it's coming out that day. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, and of course, there's always going to be a limitation on how much knowledge we have about things like that. But it's good that you're kind of, and if it's at your own pace, you could also write in the first day you want to dedicate, 3 hours to it or something. And if it ends up being less than that, fine. But if it's a course, there should also be homework involved, right? Or at least things to try. So a 3-hour window might be good for you. Ellie, I don't have any on hold, but I'm editing my third book, so I've got to get that done before the end of the month. I'm working on Act 2 edits this week. Sweet, I love that. Okay, guys. New skills. This has got to be my favorite panel so far. This is literally my third goal for the quarter, was just acquiring new skills and giving it a place to where it could flourish, where I could focus on it. And I love it. Let's see. So new skills. Why this? Why now? Speaking of the workshop there that Jess is taking, do you have to apply or purchase it? If it's in a school, do you have to actually put an application in and wait for a response, or is it just a matter of purchase it and do it at your own pace? How are you going to break things down to your reading study time, your practice time, and your evaluation? How are you going to evaluate how you are doing? To just kind of check in with yourself that you are taking in the information, you're trying it, you're working through, and you're actually present and intentional about the course or the new skill that you're doing. For me, it's the driving, and I'm trying to get out there at least 3 times a week. I'm trying to also give myself specific things to work on each and every time so that I can build my skill set up to actually be able to do that road test and get the end. Let's see. Stephanie, Camp Nano is next month. That seems insane to me. July. What? So after I get this to the editor, I'm happy I can jump into a nano project. I love that energy though. Definitely, I agree. Yeah, there's exercises too, so I'm making space, just not sure how much yet. Rita, the next 2 weeks is about Nexus and beta readers' requests on a few groups and Instagram and Facebook. Sweet. Lori, active project is book 4 in my current series. Nothing on hold or new. Ellie, I like that goal. I know I love this one. Let's see. Stephanie, new skills, HP 90 and Japanese. Ooh, nice on both. I always want to take Japanese. I need to plan for both of these. Jeez, yeah, you got to make room for them, right? HP 90 will take you, I wouldn't say it's terrible to give yourself a couple hours a day, at least, to kind of work through it, especially the first time. Mary, creative projects, my work in progress, of course. I am shifting the focus to the prequel portion of my story, planning to nail down the foundation of the story itself. Love it. Born of a Maiden, one project's on hold because I'm not sure on one male character. Oh, good. Okay. I'm not sure how to write him. The main focus is from a new series I'm working on is my supernatural one. Very cool. Yeah, we're in similar boats. I am exploring because I decided to bring that second point of view character in, and she wasn't going to show up until like book 3. And I was like, no. I don't like that. I like to read series where there's point of view characters brought in after the fact. It doesn't sit so well with me. So I didn't want to do that to others because I'm sure there's others who also don't find that pleasant. So I found it a bit jarring. So I wanted to find a way to get her on the page, given how pivotal she is to the story, and to also have the contrast between how the two grew up. Jess, I don't know if anybody else has heard of the Writing Mastery Academy. I have. Online writing school founded by Jessica Brody. Yep. That Rose Saved the Cat writes a novel. Yep. I have a membership there and all courses are included. Very cool. Allie, vlogging and video editing. Want to go back through Publish and Thrive stuff again on my own time too. Yeah, definitely. Stephanie, do it. Try learning Japanese. I've got a foundation of 2 years at a community college and I'm now relearning and where am I here? And new learning on my own. And it's not easy, but it is rewarding. Oh yeah. I took French and I took Spanish. I took French for about, what did I end up taking it for? About 7 years, elementary school and high school, all the way to the end. And I took a condensed course of Spanish in grade 12, which I absolutely adored. It was amazing. I love. But Japanese just didn't quite, and they took Latin away. I so wanted to take Latin and they took it away as a course. Oh, cool. Usually nobody's familiar with that when I mention the Academy. Oh no, love Jessica Brody. I've never actually, other than her basic YouTube videos, I've like kind of tinkered with the idea of jumping in there. Okay, guys, let's do our 2-minute timer and figure out those new skills and how we're going to incorporate them into our plan and make everything work for us. And oops, I left it out last time. There we go. And go. Make room for, let's do, try and practice here. Tuesday. I'm gonna record today here. Bye, Mom. I love you. Hot Mike, love you too. Here. Where do we leave off? Oh, she does. Let's see. Diane, I'm going to have to postpone reopening drawing course in September. I don't think I can do it all I want to do for it and move website over to WP site in time. Yeah, moving a website is going to be a very tedious, multi-tiered task. And then the drawing course. The only thing I can say is you could do a smaller mini course if you still want to fit one in, maybe. And that way it won't take as much time. Lori, new skills. I want to learn how to make my own book covers that look professional. I would need to purchase a program. Right now, I'm researching what programs are out there. Sweet. If you go with Photoshop, utilize YouTube videos. It is got a bit of a learning curve on that one. It's a fabulous program, but it's kind of like Scrivener. There's so many things it can do that it can be overwhelming. So just pick one or two things, watch the videos, and build your knowledge base up. Jess, Jordan Rosenfeld is the guest instructor for this course. Oh, well, that's combining those two. Wow, magic. You're going to have a good time, I think. Mary, new skills, not exactly new, but I need to practice time and energy management. ADHD is getting in the way of learning other new skills. I think ADHD is far more prevalent and far more normal than they like to admit out there as a society. I think a lot of people do struggle, and I don't think you're alone. I hope the skills here can help you. Breaking things down and taking away some of the mystery of it, I think helps a bit too. I know my daughter has it, and when things are laid out and she knows what she needs to do, she has no problem. She gets it done. If she's left to have to kind of figure it out, she gets overwhelmed, major overwhelm. Just to Lori, that's not a bad idea because I've heard that hiring out for book covers can be expensive, or illustrations in general. There's quite the range. I mean, face it, there are some very cheap options, but are they good options? Sometimes you get lucky, right? Rita, next quarter, I would like to be able to use Canva more comfortable for Instagram posts and book covers. Nice. Just laughed out. At least she said she loved you before she left. That was sweet. Precious. That one's my soon-to-be 19-year-old, so she's my sweet girl. Phyllis, new skills, taking a certification course for work. That one's actually my chess champion as well. Mummy moment. Taking a certification course for work, Q4. Also another course for another skill I am developing for a future venture. Very cool. Scheduled times are both in my Google Calendar. I love that. Sean, going to Paris in August. Need to learn some French. Oh, jealous and sweet and awesome, and congrats, and I hope you have an amazing time. And you have to tell us all about it. Dan raises hand, ADHD here too. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I think it's far, far more prevalent than they want to admit. And it needs to be in our schools, and more strategies need to be put out there. And the reality is they so often do things in schools, like for anyone who has kids, you know that they tend to hand them planners, but they don't teach them how to use them. They just hand them to them and figure that they just automatically know how to plan. It's a skill set, guys. It needs to be taught, right? I think a lot of kids would be helped by it if they actually took a moment to say, here's some ideas, here's some strategies, right? Jess, I think that's what's slowing Angela from getting all her books published. I believe she said they're all written. Yeah, I think she has them all written, but the book covers, she can only afford to basically do one at a time. And it'd be nice if she could have, like, get maybe some batch covers done and maybe do like 3 at a time or something as her alphabet books. But yeah, I know it's hard because that's quite a bit of money, right? Okay, guys, let's dive into our next panel, important dates. These are going to be for the next 2 weeks, so we can actually have a good window of what's coming at us. So events, birthdays, appointments, commitments, and workshops. You guys brought that up last week, that that was a good reminder that often, and that's a good accompaniment to our new skills as well. And to write those down to, I think it was it Jess? Was it you that missed, that wasn't you. Can't remember who it was now. Ended up missing, I think it was Melissa's workshop. So we're trying to figure out ways to get things written down and be more focused in making sure that things are getting on our calendar so that we're prepared to actually, do them. So note travel time, action steps, prep, confirmation if needed, and paperwork. Oh, it was you, Jess. Okay. And any paperwork. Often we will get handed paperwork. we will promptly tuck it away for later. And then as the appointment rolls around, realize, or even worse, get there and realize, A, we don't have the paperwork. We never filled it out. And now we're at the appointment and we don't have it. So if there's some kind of paperwork, put it somewhere where it's going to become a priority spot that you know you're going to have to deal with it. Okay. If put it on your fridge even. I mean, I know that's old school, but that always worked, right? Permission slip for school, you put it on the fridge. Mom got around to signing it. If you didn't, day of the field trip, Mom, right? Let's see. Yeah, and her pictures. And hers have pictures throughout. Yes, exactly. So each book is really pricey for her. Lori to Rita, I love Canva. I use it all the time for creating posts, bookmarks, business cards, and a bunch of other things. Very cool. Rita, sadly, I'm finding digital stuff very overwhelming. And that's because most of them are powerhouses and they do way, way, way too much, especially if you're new to the software. So pick a little mini project that you want to do and just do those skills and then make something maybe bigger next time and work your way up. Let's see. Jess, I missed Melissa's workshop because I didn't plan last week. Diane packs bags and moves in with Sean to try and convince them to adopt me and take me to Paris. Move over, Hannah. I'm joining you. Jess, so that was partially my own fault. I missed it. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. But it just was valid. I found that it was like because it also missed on my radar and I would have liked to take part in it. So, it's nice that we can have a place where we can get that down there, even if it goes into our next week, into our future log, that way, for anyone who does bullet journaling, you can turn around and know that it's coming at you and plan accordingly. Cora, oh, Paris, bon voyage. Yes, perfect. Yes. I was right the first time. Yeah. Yeah, that bond would be for if it was something that was a feminine ending. So yeah, BON. Phyllis, I have a 3-day conference next week for the day job. It's virtual, so I don't have to schedule travel time. However, I will need to do some meal planning ahead of time. Perfect. Laugh out loud. Just the bummer is it was her last live session because of her schedule getting crazy publishing. There's the replay though, right? So hopefully you got to enjoy that. Okay, guys, let's get our timer up and we're going to do our important dates. I'm going to bring up my Google Calendar. This is also a good time to put in the lives and stuff you want to attend because quite often they're on our calendar. Okay, guys, and proceed. Sweet. So, okay. Oops. No, I'm not gonna get to go to that. No, that's not gonna happen. Hmm. Some dates here. Mary, important dates. Have to turn in a form to my landlord tomorrow morning. I put it up on my door with a magnet so I won't forget. As I'm heading out the door for work, laugh out loud. Payday is Tuesday. Bills due. Yeah, that's another good one. If you have a metal shell on your front door, I know they're not metal all the way through, right? They're usually wood core. But if it is metal, you can use a magnet and make sure it goes on the door so you don't leave without it. Yes, there's replays and she's still going to do them, but they're moving to pre-recorded workshops, which is fine. It works, but I'm a sucker for live workshops. That's okay. I think life is fun. Mary, also need to RSVP my law student's wedding, which is happening on July 1st. Very cool. Lori, commitment, working on 40 hours for the next 2 weeks, but I may need to babysit, which is considered part of my work day as I work for my daughter, and they're my grandkids, so it's a win-win. Perfect. Rita, Monday, dog and house for a week. Dental Thursday, doctor appointments the following week in the city. Last weekend, road trip to Ontario, 2 to 3 days travel time, one way. Lots of running time for me. Oh, very sweet. Love that. Okay, next panel, guys. Supporting tasks. Chores, errands, meal planning, exercise plan, admin tasks, business planning, banking, bill due dates, planning, daily and weekly, get them down on that schedule, and live sprints you want to attend. And batch related tasks together to make sure that you're getting them done and make it easier to accomplish. Setting a timer for 25 minutes and ticking off all your admin tasks. Magic. Okay, guys. Let's see. 2-minute timer. And these are all the things that support us and keep us housed and happy and fed. Proceed, guys. Should we do? So this would be Erin's. To make sure Costco is part of that. Exercise. I'm just gonna get some online. Okay, how did you guys do for that one? I just realized I'm going to miss Sarah's kickoff call next Saturday because we're going to my grandpa's, so I'll have to watch the replay, darn it. It's Sunday, isn't it? I thought she was gonna do it on the 18th. Am I mistaken? Hold on, let me look it up. I know she sent it to us. Let me take a look here. There's her breathings. let's see. Let's see if I put that in there. There we go. And the kickoff call is, oh, there we are. 18th, so Sunday. Unless you changed it, that email goes back to May 24th, so maybe there it's been subject to change. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Okay. Because Lori, I also have 2 chapter meetings, one on the 17th and one on the 18th. Also have the HB90 kit call on the 18th. I want to attend sprints every night if possible. Okay, scratch that. Rita, sprints, self-care time, packing, revisions, and writing new chapters. Call my kids this week. Love that. I don't know why I thought it was Saturday. It's becoming a busy weekend. Let's see. We lose track of details when it gets busy, right? This is where we need our planners best. Let's see. Allie, Sunday is Father's Day. Did she change it because of that? No, I think it's still. I have not seen anything that says it isn't the 18th. So, let's see. Allie, okay, good. Making that. Marking that down. No, I just went goofy for a second. I love it. Let's see. Just to Diane, ignore me. I went goofy for a second looking at the wrong dates. I love that. Oh, it's perfect. No, it's Sunday. Perfect. I have my birthday, Father's Day, payday, HP90 kickoff this week. Nothing the next week. Oh, interesting. Well, you'll be doing the coursework on throughout the week for HP90, but well, happy early birthday, and that sounds amazing, Ellie. I think you're gonna have a good week. Phyllis, I like the idea of batching. I did that this week with several household tasks. Very effective. Oh, love that. Lori, chores, the usual laundry and house cleaning, errands, bank and post office, grocery shopping, exercise. Yeah, right. And men daily Facebook and Instagram posts. I love it, Lori. Jess, this is why I shouldn't talk and let Tracy talk out loud. Yes, I love it, guys. Definitely, yeah. So yeah, anyone who's partaking at HB90, kickoff call is gonna be on the 18th at 3 p.m. Eastern, I do believe. And if you don't know anything about that and are interested in learning more, I have an affiliate link in the description, so check it out and you can come and join us and become part of the HB90 alum. We are a very productive group. We get a lot done. Mary's supporting tasks, dishes and laundry, which I've started on today. Paying bills, journaling, sprints. I'm going to try meal planning this week since I just bought groceries and want to start packing lunches for work. I love that. Ellie, I love the way you do this planning setup. I'm actually getting things on my list that I usually forget. Oh, I love hearing that. I hear you on the exercise, Lori. Phyllis, I am starting a walking challenge next week. Very excited to be moving forward my exercise plan. Ooh, love that. And my daughter found one for us to do, and I'm like, I've been reluctant, but I should. Okay, guys. Our next stage, scenes. A section where there is action, a beginning, middle, and end. Actions. This is where we're going to break down all those bigger projects and tasks into things that we can measure and make easier for ourselves. So, and define. That's probably the best word I can use for that. So actions, next task steps, measured increments makes it easier for us if we know, if we know that we're saying we're going to sit down for 10 Pomodoros. I was going to say 10 hours, but that might be a bit much. Well, actually, throughout the week. You're going to do 10 hours of writing throughout the week. You can break that down however you need to break it down, but you want to put in 10 hours of dedicated writing time. You want to write by the end of the week 10,000 words. But you can also do a good, better, best where you can break that down to 5,000, 8,000, and 10,000. So you know you can get 1,000 words a day. You can get that done. 8,000, doing a little bit more. 10,000, you managed to do the 2,000 words a day. Awesome, right? This is basing it on trying not to do a full 7-day plan, and trying to give yourself some days where there's a little wiggle room for you. So try to do basically a 5 to 6 day kind of planning with a more flexible day for catch up and like buffer. Any micro steps that you want to put in there to make life a little bit easier. Anywhere that you can delegate. Somebody can take care of it for you, some portion of it, and get that off your plate so you don't have to worry about it and know that it's getting done. Any problems or delays that you see coming at you that may make things a little more difficult, and how are they going to impact you? Okay, guys, let's get our 2-minute timer up and figure out how we're going to break down these projects and bigger tasks to make them a little easier for us. And measurable. Okay. Jess, should I exercise? Probably. Will I? Double. Ellie, I'm right there with you, Jess. Phyllis, I am doing the working challenge with my work colleagues. It helps to have others to challenge and keep you going. Oh, so true. Bring a friend, definitely. It'll keep you so much more motivated because nobody wants to disappoint the other, and both of you will end up showing up. And that's same for writing, critique partner if you can, and weekly chapter exchange and stuff. I mean, that is so powerful because you don't want to disappoint the other person. So if you're going to end up falling short, it's going to be because something more major came in that you couldn't do. But all the minor stuff that usually work for excuses does get tossed out. Okay, guys. So how did you figure out and break things down? I need to break the plot down again, mostly for the second protagonist, the new protagonist. But I'm leaving myself space in there as well to see where I want to make changes to the first protagonist's story. If there's anything because I've created a few changes for her as well that may impact over time. So I'm going to see where I have to make little modifications for her too. So I'm leaving room for her in the plan. She will probably be more secondary in terms of the plotting, but I want to make sure she's on my radar as well. Let's see. Lori, next steps, test steps, continue writing my current work in progress, measured increments, want to write during the 2-hour sprints, about 4 hours total, a good goal, 1K per hour, better 1,500 per hour, best goal, 2K per a day. Sweet. Jess, yeah, if something involves other people, I usually don't have excuses like I don't feel like it today. Yes, so true. And that is, it's one of those ones that gets us, right? So yeah, if you can pair up with a buddy, that will definitely help to improve your level of success. Allie, going to have my assistant handle my newsletter and putting my blog posts and my social media posts. That way I have more time to edit this week. Love that. I'll be watching this on the replay after the 5 p.m. sprints. My body needed rest today, so I took a long nap. Much needed. Just popping in to hit the like. Well, thank you, hon. I hope you're feeling better. And yes, listen to our bodies. That does tell us if we are having one of those drag downs where we need that nap, your body's going through something, right? Phyllis to Lori, that sounds like a great plan. It does. Just there's lots of days I don't feel like doing something. Gotta watch though. Okay, guys. Deadlines. This one is a powerful one. When we use them and we use them well, we can definitely give more strength and focus to what we're trying to get done and ensure that we are successful. Phyllis, walking challenge, good 5K steps per day, better 7K steps per day, best 10K steps per day. Perfect. Love that breakdown. Mary, next task, set up Word doc, journal about changes to work in progress. Goals, good 5 minutes per day, better 15 minutes per day, best 30 plus minutes per day. Micro steps, journaling. Love that. Delegate, try to remember I have coworkers who can also help students laugh out loud. Oh, love that. There you go. Lori, thanks, Phyllis. Beautiful, guys. Okay, 2 minutes. Let's dive on in and put deadlines down on these projects so that we are more defined and we have a focus of where we want to see things, when we want to see things done. So we need to know the time required, even if it's an estimate, the completion date that we want to have it done by. We want to schedule it in. We want to make sure it's on the calendar. It's nice if you can have a daily and weekly goal, a little bit more of a breakdown, so it's less tedious. By the end of the week, I would like to have both of the plots for Protagonist 1 and Protagonist 2 figured out, with all chapter cards done. That's going to mean I'm going to need at least, I'm looking at 40 plus cards, but I think I can do that with the system I have set up. And I can basically, I want to get it done by Friday so that when we hit the 17th, this may sound crazy and I'm not entirely sure yet if I'm going to do this. Watching Kate Kavanaugh's latest video and Sarah Cahill's as well. 24-hour novel writing challenge. Writing 50,000 words in 24 hours. This may be insane. I'm toying with the idea. I don't know if I'm going to do it. But in order to be able to do it and even take it seriously and consider it, I need to have those outlined, or I need to be plotted out with both stories for both protagonists. So that is my deadline, is for Friday. Do weekly check-in. This is for those bigger tasks, which are going to take multiple weeks. Any adjustments that you need to make. Sometimes we don't realize how long something's going to take, so we need to tweak here and there. And we always have to remember that we need to refocus and reset. We take into account what happened the week before, we learn from it, and we take from that and we schedule again and move forward and make the tweaks as needed. Okay, guys, let's populate our plan with our deadlines and go. Okay, so what else do I need? Yeah. Oops. So I'm supposed to be doing that. Ah, the sun has arrived. Please do not be doing that. I think that's a hint that might my do not disturb went past. All right, let's see here. What did you guys come up with? Jess, I only allow myself to give into that on really bad mental health or physical days, which you have scheduled in. The rest of the time, nope, do it anyway. Yes. Phyllis, what is a weekly check-in? Well, if you're gonna like, this is sort of say, what's a good one? Camp Nano. Camp Nano. You know, by July 31st, that you basically have your, say you're going with the traditional 50,000 words. You can break that down with a weekly to a weekly word count. And that way each week you can do a check-in to see how close you came to that percentage of the 50K that you were going to do. Just to basically, it's just kind of to keep you on track. So that's why we kind of do the daily, weekly goals of, well, in the example of Nano, 1,667 words for the daily. This is a marker. Face it, we don't all do that. Some days are lower, some days are higher, right? But then we have that weekly for that overall, right? So this usually end up being like 12,000 words or something for the week, right? It's 13, might be 13. No, 12 is pretty close. So yeah, basically however you need to break it down that you can come do that quick little check-in and see how you're doing. It also allow you to not have it sneak up on you that, oh, guess what? It's now July 28th and I haven't even started, right? If you're doing the weekly check-ins, then you're going to make sure that you are basically be able to have it in your focus, have it in your in the spotlight. All right. Okay, guys. Next panel, pacing. This is where we used to call get ahead. So this is where we want to basically open up those spaces for us to be able to relax, reset, recover, participate, and enjoy. This is where we're going to open up those windows of time. So for vacations, these will be those bigger ones. Surgeries, that's definitely where you're going to be recovering, and you need that time to let your body heal. You're not going to be at 100%, so you're not going to be able to do all the things. You're going to have to think in terms of delegating, and basically, and bringing everything into a smaller amount and making things easier for yourself. Conferences, there's the time before the conference, packing and getting organized. There's the time at the conference, and most people don't realize there's post-conference where you are going to lose time as well because you're going to get reset and get back into your regular life and regular routines. Renovations, another big one. When you're renovating a space in your home and you usually use it, that is going to make for some difficulties in your routine, right? So that's where we're going to basically create some basically pacing moments where we need to slow down, where we want to slow down. Definitely like on a vacation, you don't want to be having to work on a vacation. So, you know, you want to be able to relax and participate. You want to be there with your family and your friends and actually enjoy the time that you've taken off, right? Lori, I'm so depressed now. I was hoping to get my draft finished by July 30th, which gives me 20 days, including today, to write 20 chapters. This is one chapter a day. Not sure if I can do it. You might be able to. A chapter a day may actually be doable. That's a good question. Don't be too hard on yourself. It is possible. Just to Lori, hugs. I feel ya. I want to be much further than I am now myself. Yes. Phyllis, pacing. I have a wellness day planning for Friday. Planning for vacation this summer. I'm not sure if I will do it in July or August. Nice. Jess, laugh out loud. Your YouTube just notified me the other live starts in 30 minutes. Yeah, no kidding. Thanks, YouTube. Yeah, we're gonna have to wrap up here, guys. Okay. Pacing, 2 minutes. Let's figure out where we're going to open up those windows. Okay. So this here is, nope. There is nothing on this schedule today but family stuff. Okay. What did you guys come up with here? Rita, deadlines, I may need to use them if I'm ever going to get a book published this year, like I wanted to back in December. Yes. Phyllis, that's a good point about conference pre and post planning. I will add some time the next day to catch up, also some time for debrief and follow up. Yes. You are so welcome, Phyllis. Thank you for hanging out with us. Jess earlier notified me about plan with me after the holding screen was already up. Well, that might be a setting thing. I might do that. Lori, I have to do work right more this month because I'll be on vacation during the week of July 4th. On July 8th and 9th, I have my conference and will need a day of recovery after that. Perfect. I love that setup. Jess, although it's better than the times it tells me 30 minutes after an Even started. Oh, that's terrible. Allie, relaxing, enjoying this week will be my birthday on Friday. Oh, I love that. Beautiful. You need to have all the fun, hon. Okay, guys, one of our new panels, protagonist. The character who drives the action. In this case, we're the protagonists. Let's see, Jess, I'd like to finish this manuscript by the end of Q3 and revise in Q4. Nice, I love that. All right. You are so welcome, Diane. Okay. Self-care, refill the well with favorite activities, getting outdoors, trying something new, and journaling. Schedule in your self-care. You deserve it, guys, and you need it. Oops. I'm going to combine these two panels for the sake of speed. Mental health buffer days. These are going to be our wellness sick days. Low energy days, catch-up days, or buffer days, depending how you want to look at them, and reset days. Sometimes when we need to reset, we need to not have much on our plate so that we can actually just get everything back in order, right? Schedule in mental health and sick days. If you don't need them, they become bonus days. Let's see. Diane, you are so welcome, hon. Thank you for hanging out. Sean, didn't realize how busy I would be this week until I put it on paper. Hey, I love that. Lori, need to call my daughter. See you in a few. Definitely. Elizabeth, I actually made it. I didn't go to Connecticut since my cousin is really well. She's having cold symptoms and is possibly having a sinus infection. Oh, that's not cool. Okay. And the last one, misbeliefs. This is also a new panel, guys. What bad choices have you been making that are affecting your overall health, energy, and concentration? Goal, make one small change this week. Drink water in place. Example, drink water in place of sugary drinks. Get yourself feeling better, right? Okay, guys, let's populate our plan with our self-care, our mental health days and buffer days, and the one bad choice we're going to try to fix a little bit this week and go. So this may be what day? There's a later day, maybe here. Self-care. Where am I self-care? Let's make the other one. It's a bit busy, maybe here. Never do. Oh, that's a good one, Joss. Yeah, I forgot I used to have a little bit of music in there. I can get that back in there. That's not a problem. Let's see. Elizabeth, I am planning to use Tuesday afternoon to rest after my wisdom teeth surgery. Perfect. I hung out with some people after church. Nice. I haven't been able to exercise nearly as much as I'd like to. I'm going to do as much resting as I need to do after my wisdom teeth surgery on Tuesday. I now have a headache. Oh, Coach, your mic is on. It always is on. Hot mic. Jess, she doesn't turn her mic off even ever during these. Yeah. I do for the longer sprints than the writing sprints because, I might start talking to a character or something. Just having a conversation with me. Although I think the old setup had music playing when the timer was on, like when we do writing sprints, I can put a little bit of something on there. Diane, we moved into our new rental while here dealing with the kidney stuff. I had 4 doctor appointments this last week. It was a busy one. My fitness bike and goodies arrived yesterday. I cannot wait to start using it this week. Grateful to my husband for setting it up and all of you amazing hearties for the inspiration. Oh, I love that. Phyllis, I love this panel. Maybe we should move it up closer to avoiding. Nice suggestion. I like that, Phyllis. Okay. There we go. Okay, I'll make that change as well. Love that. Excellent suggestion. Let's see. Jess, that might be nice because I'm finding the silence strange now. Okay. And music. Yeah, because I don't actually have the music on this one. That was just the mic by itself. Music. For that too. Let's see. Allie, my self-care is reading and going for a walk at our park. Then I would like to drink more water this week. I tend to forget that when I'm so busy as I have been lately. Yes. Sean, increase exercise, decrease time for the TV, or exercise in front of the TV. That works too. Phyllis, misbeliefs, walking, standing, moving more at least 30 minutes a day. Love that. Diane, my self-care today is a facial. Ooh, love that. Phyllis to Sean, good plan. Also, you can stand or walk while watching a show. I think I am going to try that. Love that. Definitely, I agree, Diane. Elizabeth, I am going to do some plotting tomorrow and cook some mashed potatoes I can eat after my surgery. Love that. Perfect, guys. Final stage. Story beats. The frame over which you drape your plot. Storyboard. Think in terms of full days, half days, pinch days. Those are our really super, super busy days when if we want to do something creative, we can only just do a little bit. But to keep a connection to our projects, to our characters, try to at least get like a 15-minute writing sprint in there. That way you're staying connected. It keeps it easier and keeps the flow going. Life task days. This is a new one. I think this one was Phyllis, of basically getting those days where we get all the errands and stuff out of the way in one day and we can be free of it and it saves us more time throughout the rest of the week. And true days off, right? These are important. We should take these occasionally, right? Can you successfully manage to do everything you've chosen with the time you have? Too much, adjust, reduce, delay. Okay, guys, 2-minute timer, and let's go through our plans and make any little adjustments we may need, and go. I am actually going to do something I don't normally do. I think I'm going to leave you guys with this because we need a wee little break, I think, before we can hit our writing sprints. So since they start in 8 minutes, I want you guys to take that panel, take it and go through and figure out your days and give the full half pinch, life, and days off and figure out where that works in your plan, where you need them. Also, our next panel, the outline. You're going to create your master plan ideal week. Create Monday's plan, hopefully tonight, so you can hit the ground running. Include your top 3. Populate your planner. Schedule your self-care, mental health, and buffer days. And finally, As always, celebrate your successes, gold star moments, and best fixes. How will your story end? Follow the plan and build your dreams. Only you can decide, guys. Let's see. Phyllis, Rita, I need to get outside more walks in the field with the dog, cats and dog, right? Definitely. Phyllis Diane, that is a great idea. I have one of those face masks. I think I might try. Nice. Elizabeth, I can do some plotting on Tuesday morning before I have to leave for there you go. You are so welcome, Phyllis. Those 8 minutes, it looks like 13. I have to put the timer up for 5 minutes before. My 12 minutes now. Yeah, I gotta get out of here, guys. So I can have a wee moment. Yeah, I need the bathroom before it's right. So true. Okay, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. Go and do all those end tasks, and I'm going to figure out how to tighten this up a little bit because we're supposed to be keeping this around an hour, and we definitely use more than that. So I will figure out what it is that changes I can make to make this a little tighter and a little cleaner for us. Maybe I'll skip some timers in between and combine some things. But overall, I think this was really good. Please leave any comments, especially if you guys are watching this after. And yeah, any ideas you come up with, I have a little mini list and we'll get those changes going. Okay, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. And I'll see you for writing in, well, 10 minutes. Thank you, guys.